Hello all. Today I am going to talk about an important concept called as series circuit. Right? So you might be wondering what is meant by series circuit. Series circuit is very important in an electrical network, right? So before getting into this series circuit, I would like to give a small introduction about this various connections that is being used in this electrical network. So as far as the word connection is mentioned, okay, or the word connection is considered, okay, so what are the connections that we have in this electrical network? So as far as connection is concerned, we have the basic thing, number one, which is considered to be the most basic thing, is series connection. SERIES, series connection. This is called a series connection. Okay, the next one is called as parallel connection. This is called as parallel connection, right? And the third thing is series parallel connection. Series parallel connection, right? So these are the three important connections as far as a electrical circuit is concerned. Okay, so in case so the next thing is, when you are going to solve problems in electrical networks, means these are the three things that you need to take into consideration. Okay, this is very, very important, because you need to analyze whether what kind of connection is this, whether it is a series connection or whether it's a parallel one or it's a combination of series and parallel one. Okay, but this is how the thing goes on. So let's start with this basic thing. Okay, we'll discuss about this series connection. Okay, so I'll draw a normal circuit. I'll draw one basic circuit which you have seen in your lower classes, that is called a series circuit. How the series circuit looks like: this is a resistor. Let us assume that the value of this resistance is R1. Okay, next I connect another resistance and I give the value of this resistance is R2 ohms. Now this connection, this wire is joined with a battery, and this is how it looks. Let us assume the value of the battery is V. Okay, for time being, let us assume that the value of battery is V. Now I will explain the circuit. The circuit has two resistors of value R1 ohms and R2 ohms, and this is the battery. Okay, now when the circuit is closed, you people know that in a current flows in a closed network, or in a closed loop the current will flow. Okay, if there is a failure or a cut in this loop, means if there is a gap, if there is a cut in the loop, means the current won't flow. The current will flow till this point, but the current won't flow to this point because there is a gap. So the current won't flow inside this loop. So this loop will be inactive. So in order to establish the flow of current inside this loop, you need to consider a closed loop. You need to have a closed loop so that the current flows through the entire circuit, right? So this is called as a series circuit. Why I am terming it as a series circuit means sorry, the value of the resistance is connected in line with the value of another resistance. You got it? This resistance is connected in line with another resistance. Okay, it is not mandatory that you should have only two resistance. You can have R1, R2, R3 up to n number of resistances. You can have any number of resistance. If all the resistance are connected in line, are connected in a linear fashion, they are connected in a single line, means, and that resistor should be connected with a single line to the battery terminal, like this. If it is like this, means then it is called as a series connection, right? This is called as a series connection. So what is more important about series connection is, now I have two resistors over here, R1 and R2, and a voltage source V. So once I connect this battery in this circuit, a current I will flow. A current I will flow from the positive terminal. From the positive terminal of the battery, a current will flow through the resistances R1 and R2, and it will get into the negative terminal of the battery. It will get into the negative terminal of the battery. This is the negative terminal of the battery, right? It will get. So now what will happen means, in a series connection, the value of the current value will always be same or equal. It won't change. The value of the current will be constant through the entire loop. There won't be any change or deviation in the value of the current. For example, let us assume this I, the value of I is 2 ampere. If the value of the current is 2 ampere, the same current will flow into the negative terminal of the battery. So 2 ampere current will flow outside the positive terminal of the battery. It goes through the resistors, it passes through the resistors, and while it is entering into the negative terminal of the battery, it will be I is equal to 2 ampere. There won't be any change. The current won't be reduced or it won't increase. So you won't be getting a 1 ampere or 5 ampere. Whatever the value of the current that is flowing outside the battery will be same when the current enters into the negative terminal of the battery, right? So this is one important concept. So in a series circuit, the current will be same. It won't change. The current will be same, right? So the current is same. Then you might ask, how about the voltage? What will happen to the voltage in this circuit? So now when the current is same, the voltage also won't be same. Okay, the current will be same in a series circuit, but different voltage levels are seen in a series circuit. For example, if you connect a voltmeter across this resistor R1, if you connect a voltmeter, I'll show it clearly. Okay. So this is a resistor. So now I am connecting a voltmeter V1. Again I am connecting another voltmeter, that is V2, right, across the resistors. So it is very important that while connecting, you need to connect the resistor, the voltmeter across the resistor. You need to connect this voltmeter across the resistor. You should not connect this voltmeter in line with this circuit. You should not connect the voltmeter over here. You should not connect the voltmeter here. You should always connect the voltmeter across the resistor, right? That is an important concept that you need to pay attention. Voltmeter should be connected across the resistor. Okay, so where will you connect the ammeter? You need to connect the ammeter in this place. If you are going to connect an ammeter, then you need to connect an ammeter here. Okay, so why you connect an ammeter? You are connecting an ammeter in order to find the value of the current. So ammeter is a device which measures the value of the current, and voltmeter is a device which will measure the value of the voltage. So always connect a voltmeter across the resistor. So if you connect a voltmeter in this circuit, if you connect a voltmeter across the resistance value R1, you will be getting a value V1. Similarly, if you take another voltmeter and if you connect it across R2, you will be getting another value V2. For example, let us assume the voltage level, the voltmeter shows a reading of 2.5 volts when it is connected across the resistance R1. And if you connect another voltmeter across R2, the voltmeter does not show 2.5 volts. Instead, it will show 4.5 volts. So why I am saying is the value of the voltage in a series circuit will not be same, it will be different. Okay, when the voltmeter, when it is measured, when the voltage is measured across the resistors, then the value of the voltage will be different, but the value of the current in the series circuit will always be same, will always be same. If you happen to connect an ammeter over here and measure the value of the current, it will show, ammeter will show 2 ampere. If you happen to connect an ammeter over here and measure the value of the current, here also the ammeter will be showing 2.5, I mean 2 amperes. 2 amperes, the value of the current won't change in a series circuit, but the value of the voltage will be different when the voltmeters are connected across various resistors. So this is the fundamental concept that is being followed in a series circuit. Okay, this is all about series circuit. So in a series circuit, the total resistance in a series circuit will be, let us assume that the total resistance is, let us assume that the total resistance in this circuit is R total. R total be the total resistance in this circuit. Okay, so what will be the value of R total? R total is nothing but the product, nothing but the sum of the individual resistance. R total is nothing but the sum of the individual resistance. So what is the sum of the individual resistance? It is nothing but R1 plus R2. So R total is nothing but R1 plus R2. So the value will be R1 plus R2, and what will be the unit for this one? The unit will be ohms. So R total is the total resistance in this entire circuit. So that is nothing but R1 plus R2, which is nothing but the sum of the individual resistance, and this sum of the individual resistance is expressed by the unit called as ohms. Okay, so R total, you can call it as R total, or in general we usually call it as an equivalent resistance. We call it as an equivalent resistance, right? This is what is all about a series circuit, right? I hope you can understand what is meant by series circuit. Now the next connection which we are going to deal is called as parallel connection, right? This is also one of the most important thing that you need to understand while analyzing an electrical network. Okay, this is very important. I'll call it as a parallel circuit. You might ask, what is meant by parallel circuit? Parallel circuit, I told, in a series circuit the current will be same, but the voltage values will be different. The same, this is in a parallel circuit, it is just the vice versa of a series circuit. So in the parallel circuit the voltage will be same, but there will be different values of current. Okay, this is the basic difference between a series and a parallel circuit, right? So I'll first draw a parallel circuit. Okay, let us just see to it how I'm drawing this circuit. I am connecting a resistor. This is how I connect a resistor in a parallel circuit, and I connect a battery like this. Okay, so let us assume that the battery is having a voltage V. Okay, V is the value of this battery. This is a positive terminal, this is going to be a negative terminal. Let us assume that R1, let us assume R1 be the resistance and R2 be the value of this resistance. Okay, the R1 is the value of this resistor, R2 is the value of this resistor, right? So both the resistors are connected in parallel. We are going to now analyze what is going to happen inside a parallel circuit after connecting the battery. Okay, now we are going to analyze what is going to happen. So again I am telling, in a series circuit what we saw is the current that is flowing from the battery, from the positive terminal of the battery and ending in the negative terminal of the battery, the value of the current in the entire series circuit won't change. It will be constant. Okay, for example, 2 ampere of current which is flowing from the battery, the same 2 ampere will be flowing inside the battery also. So there won't be any change in the value of the current as far as a series circuit is concerned. But what will happen to the value of voltage when you connect a voltmeter across the resistors? You consider two resistors, and if you are connecting 2 voltmeters across the resistors, the value of the resistor, the value of the voltage that is developed across the resistor will be different. So you'll be having a different voltage in a series circuit, different values of voltage in a series circuit, and the value of the current will be same in a series circuit. So this is the basic basic ideology that is being that is present in a series circuit. But in the case of this parallel circuit, what will happen? It is just a vice versa of series circuit. In a parallel circuit, the current will be different, but the value of the voltage will be same, right? So I have connected a battery now. I have connected 2 resistors in parallel. So what will happen means, again the same current I will start flowing from this voltage source. This current will go like this. It will go like this. Till this point, the current will be I. Till this point, the current will be I. And what is this point is all about? What is this point is called? These 2 points. These 2 points are very important as far as a parallel circuit is concerned. Let us assume that this point is called as J1, junction 1, and this point is called as J2, junction 2, right? So in this we have 2 junctions. So what is the significance of these junctions? So we need to analyze. Now this current I keeps on flowing. It goes till this junction. So at this point, at the instant when it touches this junction, the current I will divide into 2 parts. It will be dividing into 2 parts. One I will divide itself as I1 and here I2. So I1 is a current which flows through the resistance R1 and I2 is a current which flows through the resistance R2. So this current I1 will go like this, and till this point the value of the current will be I1. Again this I2 current will pass through the resistance R2, and till this point the value of the current will be I2. Now again both the currents are meeting at this junction point J2. Both the currents are meeting at this junction point J2. There is a reunion. Again the current is joining itself. So what will happen? I1, I2, they both join together, and here what will happen is Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law happens over here. What does Kirchhoff's current law states? The sum of the incoming current is equal to sum of the outgoing current, right? Sum of the incoming current. What is the sum of the incoming current? Incoming currents are I1 and I2. So sum of the incoming current is I1 plus I2. You got it? I1 plus I2 is nothing but the sum of the incoming current is equal to sum of the outgoing current. So what will be I1 plus I2? I1 plus I2 is nothing but I. So I1 and I2 join together in order to form the current, the total current I. So I1 plus I2 is nothing but I. So now Kirchhoff's current law is applied at this junction, and these 2 currents join together to form the current I. And again I flows and it enters into the negative terminal of this battery. It enters into the negative terminal of the battery. So in a parallel circuit, the currents will be different. The current that is flowing through various resistors through this R1 and R2 will be different. In a series circuit, what we saw the resistors like this. The current which is entering into the resistor R1, R2 will be same. If I is the current that is entering into this resistor R1, similarly the same current will be entering into this resistor R2. This is all about a series circuit. But in the case of a parallel circuit, what will happen is the 2 resistors R1 and R2 will be having different values of current, I1 and I2. I1 is the current that is flowing through this resistor, and I2 is the current that is flowing through this resistor, right? Okay, now how about the voltage? Now what I told, in a series circuit the voltage value will be different, but as far as a parallel circuit is concerned, the voltage will be same. So the voltage that is developed across this resistor will be same as the voltage that is developed across this resistor, right? So how you can express it mathematically, how you can express this, I am going to teach. Okay, so in a parallel circuit, as far as voltage is concerned, in a parallel circuit, the voltages will be same. What is the voltage in this branch? The voltage is nothing but the product of current into resistance. So I1 into R1, this is the product of the current and resistance, which is termed as the voltage at this branch, that is I1 into R1. Since this is a parallel circuit, the voltage will be same, so I am equating it to the other voltage that is developed in this branch. So what is the voltage that is developed in this branch, that is developed across the resistor R2? It is nothing but the product of current I2 and R2, which is equal to I2 into R2. So I1 into R1 is equal to I2 into R2. This is the expression which we have obtained in a parallel circuit. Since why we have obtained this equation? We have obtained this equation because in a parallel circuit the voltage value is always same. The voltage will not change. Whatever voltage is developed across the resistance R1, the same voltage will be developed across this resistance R2. But as far as the current is concerned, you have different current. See, you can find I1 is a different current, I2 is a different current. So in a parallel circuit, the currents will be different. That is the basic concept that is involved in this parallel circuit. Okay, so next one is the series parallel circuit. Series parallel circuit is, in a circuit you will be getting both series connection and parallel connection put together. Okay, so if you are familiar with the series as well as the parallel connection, then solving the series parallel network will not be difficult to you. Okay, so these are the basic concepts that has been hidden or that is being discussed in series and parallel circuit in an electrical network. That's all. Thank you.